and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dent review. Today we're going to be reviewing Alan Wake Remastered. Now, I highly recommend that you play this game and don't spoil yourself. It is from 2010, so there's a little bit of jank there. This is the remaster, it's not from 2010, but I recommend that you play the one from 2010 because the remaster is not that good. The remastering part of the game is not that good. It's kind of glitchy and graphically, stuff like that. But the story is really good, and I don't think the original is going to be as bad, or if it is, it can't be worse than it is right now, or the game might not function. There is that, but I highly recommend you play it. Remaster is fine though if you don't have a PC to buy like Steam, and it's like $15, like even from Epic. On the Epic store and on the Steam, it's $15, and the remaster's $30 on Epic, so you'll be saving yourself some money if you do that, just letting you know. This is the end of the non-spoiler version of it. I recommend you go play it, but we're going to get into a little bit potential spoiler territory, so this is your final chance. Leave. Okay, so the gameplay is very fun. Having the flashlight movement, which is a little Resident Evil 4-esque, but I feel like it's a little bit, it feels better than Resident Evil 4's movement point thing for shooting, and I like that you can passively use the flashlight to like drain their darkness, but then you can boost it to do it faster. But I like how even if you're like recharging it, it's still like kind of maintain the thing, like the charge on them, like so that it doesn't, you don't lose it while you reload your battery or like try to build the battery flashlight back up. And the gunplay is fairly nice. I do like the gunplay. Having to tap the run button to dodge is a little annoying, and the jumping can be a little finicky at times, but the gameplay is fun enough that very minor times that you run into that, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But the weapons are also very fun to use. You get a revolver, you get a shotgun, a pump shotgun, a rifle, you get a flare gun, flash grenades, like hand flares. They're very, very fun to use, and just like flashing these dark enemies, getting them to evaporate is super fun. The story is very awesome. A very rough and dirty is this writer, Alan Wake, goes to this small town, gets tricked into going on an island that doesn't exist over Cauldron Lake. The lake steals his wife and tricks him into writing a story, a horror story, that'll give it ultimate power and kill everyone off. He realizes it with the power of Zane and basically just turns the story into him being the protagonist, and that him surviving, freeing his wife from the lake, and kind of sacrificing himself, I guess. It's kind of up to interpretation, by putting this magical clicker that he had when his mother was a child, had this magical clicker that can bring light to everything and scare away monsters when he was a kid in his dreams. So then he puts that inside of the darkness and defeats it. I'm putting these all in quotes because from my understanding, they don't do that in Alan Wake 2. So, but like, you know, he saves his wife and the story ends there. The main story. So that's pretty much the summary. Very fun game, very good gameplay. Now there is some bugs, like there's graphical glitches, like textures will stretch across the screen and go kind of funky, stuff like that. But that's not that big of a deal. I could put up with it. I had it crash maybe once or twice. That's about it. The vehicle driving is a little floaty, so there's also that I'm not a big fan of, but the story is just so good. It's such a good story. It's so worth these things that might get in the way. It's totally worth it. I highly recommend you play this. Number scale time. We're gonna scale up some numbers on a number scale of 1 to 10. I rank this bad boy at a 7.5 out of 10. Those remaster stuff, some of the like graphical stuff like that, is just little annoyances that knock it down. But this game would be way worse if it wasn't for the awesome storytelling and characters. Like if it wasn't for those, this game would probably, I wouldn't recommend you ever play this. But it's so good that you just need to play this. If you have the ability to play this game. You will not regret it. It's so worth it. Please go play this game. Thank you all for coming out to this Dent review. There's probably going to be another one coming soon. Another couple. You know, it's Dent review season. So if you like this video, give this video a like. If you like the channel, you can subscribe and turn on notification bells to get notified of all further uploads. And if you really want to help me out, click the cards in the video to take more content. And with that, I'll adieu. Adios.